Hello everyone. So time for our weekly update. So first off, I am talking with a lot of people. I've reached out to the CAC because I know people are talking about reopening in stages. I'm trying to see whether we could do classes outside with social distancing and masks. And if we can, what are the limitations, etc., etc. So I will hopefully be getting more information about that in the next week. If we are going to do some of that stuff, we'd be looking at more June. So the weather's really nice, and then we just train outside, rain or shine. Because we have both the CAC greens and then at the Hamilton location, they'd probably still be a half-hour class because I would not potentially, I'd still not be charging. And the other side of it too is buildings will be no access, so there wouldn't be any bathrooms or anything. So we just keep it as a half hour. As far as group sizes and how we break it down, I don't know yet. It's just I want you to know that I am talking about it with different people. I am trying to figure this out so that as soon as we can start training together in a live environment without us getting arrested and fined. So next thing, there's going to be no weekly challenge this week. We're going to keep it just for the test stuff, and I'll be having another video explaining in detail what you have to do for the testing this week. We're treating it like a pre-test. So you're going to submit your videos, and then afterwards, the judges, the black belts, will go through. We're going to tear everything apart. I'm going to compile it. We're going to get you notes. And then once you fix all those notes, this for one time only, you will test once your notes are fixed. So instead of doing one big test date, we're going to test everybody individually as they are ready, kind of like we do for white belts. So that's what the game plan is for testing. Another thing we're going to be doing, in addition, we'll keep doing the weekly lessons and stuff and so forth. But for testing, as most of you above orange belt know, there's certain milestones they have to meet every month. I've been working with Mr. Penny, talking with him, because, last week, everyone knows what happened, and I think it was ultimately very good for everybody. We had a lot of great discussions, and everyone seems to be on the same page and understanding how serious I am about breaking this habit and developing these good practice habits so we don't have to keep basically smacking our faces in the wall every 6 months. But just saying that, we got to have to succeed, it requires guidance. And so, as you know, I'm always thinking of ways to do this. And Mr. Penny and I have been talking. One thing he'd really like to do is maybe a mentorship program for not only him and some of his black belts and our black belts, but maybe some advanced ranks to mentor the younger kids to teach them how to train. I know a lot of parents have been through this entire lockdown, but especially over the past couple weeks, really stepped up and helped the kids, and that is awesome. Teaching the kids good habits, I cannot thank you enough for that. That is utterly awesome. One thing I'm also going to be doing at Mr. Payne's suggestion is we built kind of a checklist or a pre-planner, and it's just a sheet with questions for each student. And what that will do is you have to basically answer those questions, and you'll get a new one every milestone. So kind of like, are your draw hands fixed? What does your draw hand look like? So if you can say, for instance, if I ask, is your draw hand curled, tilted in, down, low, kind of what I said in the harsh video, all right? If you're saying yes, well, then you're not ready for testing. You're not ready for the milestone, so that's it. So it just gives you that constant reminder of what is the expectation. The other thing is you will be responsible not only for taking notes, but for giving me a weekly plan. All right, well, actually a monthly, but what you're going to do every day for the month between the milestones. So I'll have more details on that, but Mr. Payne was really happy with what we put together. I'm really happy with it. And the idea is, again, not to add more stress, not to add more work. It's actually the opposite. By planning and developing good habits, then we won't have as much stress because people are going to be getting ready. They're not going to be scrambling. And we're going to be performing at the level we should be. So I'll have more details for all that stuff coming up. And this week we're going to be working the sidekick foot position, because even though sidekicks are a little better, the foot positions are still just, people are going to be breaking their foot. So that's going to be this week's lesson. If you have any questions or anything to discuss, as always, reach out. And yeah, guys, really, really excited where we are. I know things are rough. I know we have our ups and downs and stuff, but I was really, kind of taken back by the response to last week. The conversations we had, it ultimately became something very positive, even more so than I'd hoped. And I'm kind of excited for how things are going to go from here on out. And everyone so far has been training and doing what they're supposed to do since then. They understand. So let's build this momentum and let's get awesome. All right. Have a good week.